there have been very serious comments from the Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi. First, he has said, and the first soundbite I want to play out is where he says that there will be no restraint in Operation Sindoor 2.0. Listen to this.
तो ये मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि इस बार भारत देश पूरी तैयारी के साथ है और इस बार वो संयम नहीं रखेगा जो सिंदूर 1.0 में हमने संयम रखा था.
So the word he used there is sayam, which means restraint, or rather, more appropriately, the right word is self-restraint. He has said we are fully prepared this time and we will not show restraint. Restraint, ladies and gentlemen, is self-imposed. It's a voluntary display of restraint always. And India is saying this time we will not show restraint. We are not going to hold ourselves back like perhaps we did after the 10th of May. Here's the second comment of what the Army Chief said, where he says, we'll change your history and geography next time. Listen to this.
इस बार हम आगे की कार्रवाई करेंगे और कुछ ऐसी कार्रवाई करेंगे कि हो सकता है पाकिस्तान को सोचना पड़े कि उसे इतिहास में भूगोल में रहना है कि नहीं रहना है. अगर उसे भूगोल में अपनी जगह बनानी है तो उसके लिए उसे जो स्टेट स्पॉन्सर टेररिज्म जिसको हम बोलते हैं, यानी कि उसका देश जो टेररिज्म को स्पॉन्सर कर रहा है उसे रोकना पड़ेगा.
Now, either that can be seen as him saying that Pakistan will have to rethink its place in history and geography. That is one way of looking at it. Or it could be seen to be the Army Chief threatening to execute something bigger than 1971. That is to change the very map of Pakistan or erase Pakistan from the map. The third comment of the Army Chief is very significant, where he's saying, we are looking for an opportunity. Keep yourself prepared. If God wants, by the grace of God, we will get an opportunity to complete our mission very soon.
अपनी पूरी तैयारी करके रखिए और अगर परवरदिगार चाहेंगे, भगवान चाहेंगे, वाहेगुरु चाहेंगे तो बहुत जल्दी ही आपको मौका मिलेगा. उसके लिए ऑल द बेस्ट. जय हिंद.
So if Lord Almighty, if God wants, then we will get an opportunity to hit Pakistan and complete our mission very soon. This means what we will do is going to be decisive and not reactive. We're not waiting for the next Pahalgam to happen. We're not going to wait for them to give us an opportunity to hit them. The moment an opportunity strikes, at the slightest opportunity, we will hit them hard. Ladies and gentlemen, such strategic statements have geopolitical significance. Every word carries great weight, and every word, if you know the Army Chief, is very well thought out. And look at simultaneously what's happening in Pakistan. Look at the situation in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, ladies and gentlemen, where over dozens of people have been killed. The protests are continuing. Police are opening fire on people with 2,000, 3,000 people gathering, open fire. And last week, the Pakistani Air Force bombed its own citizens inside the territory of Pakistan. So as of now, there is complete chaos in Pakistan. And generally, the risk factors emerging from the present situation lead us to prophesize that things are only going to get worse. Typically also, Pakistan is turning out to be a country with no global standing. There is an internal divide in Pakistan over the Pakistan Army Chief and Shehbaz Sharif's support for Trump's Gaza plan. You have the Deputy Pakistan Prime Minister who has just announced that he's not on board with what Asif Munir and Shehbaz Sharif has done, which is support the Gaza plan of President Donald Trump of the United States. You have a recent situation. You remember what happened there when Putin and Xi and Narendra Modi were meeting. You saw all those visuals of the Pakistani Prime Minister look askance, look left and right, and nobody was even looking at him or acknowledging him, ladies and gentlemen. You also remember the visuals out there when he was trying to walk behind Xi, behind Putin, in the second or third row, where he was fighting with a security guard to somehow be allowed into the first row, when he was being treated like a second-class nation on Chinese soil, on the sidelines of an SCO meeting, and after that, when there was a meeting of people who were literally Chinese allies. Even at a meeting of allies, Pakistan was mistreated. Ladies and gentlemen, also the salesmen, Shehbaz Sharif and Asif Munir, carrying a briefcase out there, going to Donald Trump, offering him the rich wares of rare earth minerals and telling him that if you continue to support us, we will give you the rare earth minerals, and then going and telling Donald Trump that we are going to bootlick you, we're going to nominate you for a peace prize, we're going to say that you helped us during Operation Sindoor. After all the gloating, the chickens have come home to roost. Didn't Shehbaz Sharif take a victory lap after we stopped shelling at him? But today, you had the Air Force Chief who has come out with very clear and indisputable evidence of the extent to which, the detail to which, the micro detail to which we hit Pakistan and where. Listen to this.
Our long-range SAMs, the long-range SAMs that we had procured recently and operationalized, and it will go down in the history that longest kill that we achieved of more than 300 kilometers by that.
Now put everything together, and I believe that a big war is about to come. Firstly, we are still in a state of war technically because Operation Sindoor is on. The government said that. But in terms of real and actual fighting, the big war will happen because we have an unfinished agenda with Pakistan. That agenda is not complete till Karachi doesn't burn, till POK is not back, and till the brave people of Balochistan are not freed from the clutches of an oppressive and racist Pakistan. In preparation for this great war which will come, let me present three sets of evidence why I believe there's a lot of preparation going on. First of all, on the 25th of September, the DRDO, you would see the visuals of the test firing of the Agni Prime missile from a rail-based mobile launcher. This makes India only the fifth country, full-frame visuals, the fifth country with this capability after Russia, US, China, and North Korea. This is very major. It's a mobile launch of the Agni Prime missile, September 25th, which means we are preparing for the big war. And on the same day, the Ministry of Defense inked a 62,370 crore deal with Hindustan Aeronautics to supply 97 indigenously made Tejas Mark 1A fighter jets to the Indian Air Force. Here are the visuals of that. So we are preparing for a great battle, but it will be an Atmanirbhar battle. And also on the July 16th, that is 2 months after Operation Sindoor round 1 ended, we successfully also tested the Akash Prime. This is the upgraded variant of the Akash weapon system. We destroyed 2 aerial high-speed unmanned targets at high altitude, which means we have a tremendous ability to counter-strike right now. Why are we doing all this? Why are we doing all this? Is a question you must ask. And the only reason for that is because we have an unfinished agenda with Pakistan. Pakistan is trying to mislead itself and make its own people comatose by making them believe that it's over. It's not over. And next time, Uncle Sam cannot come and help you. Because when the Great War happens, it'll end with just one solution: a dissolution of Pakistan or a change of the map of Pakistan forever.